Hi, I'm Alan Stein, professional basketball strength and conditioning coach, and thank you for purchasing this DVD from Hoops King on improving your first step. As a basketball player, your strength and conditioning lays the foundation for your entire game. And if you can picture a pyramid, the wider and broader that foundation, the higher your potential peak. And that's why the best players are in the best shape. See, if you can improve your explosiveness, your quickness, your reaction, and your basketball-specific conditioning, you can perform your skills at a much higher level, you can perform them with more efficiency, and most importantly, you can perform them longer before fatigue sets in. Today's workout will be done in real time, and we've got a wide variety of players. We've got males and females from a variety of different ages and levels, and we're going to go through an actual workout designed to improve your first step. Now, in the MVP DVD, we covered vertical explosion, your ability to jump higher. Today, we're going to cover explosiveness from a movement standpoint, from a lateral standpoint, and we're going to do that by strengthening the muscles of the legs and hips and ankles and knees and core and making sure that players move more efficiently. So that's the goal of today's workout. If you'll notice, the players are now in their bare feet. As basketball players, the game is played on 2 feet and it's played standing up, which means every single movement that you make, every pass, every rebound, every shot, every dribble starts with your feet. So your feet are extremely important. Basketball shoes by design and ankle braces by design create stability within the ankle and foot, but by doing so they constrict movement, and doing that can make your ankles weaker and can make your ankles less mobile. So every workout will begin in our bare feet with the idea of strengthening the feet, making the ankles more mobile. And this will only take 2 or 3 minutes to begin the workout, and then we'll start our actual warm-up. The first thing the players are going to do, they're going to balance on their right foot. They're going to lift their left knee so that it's higher than their waist, and they're going to hold. We're going to hold for 30 seconds. The first 15 seconds we'll hold with eyes open. Then the second 15 seconds I'll have them close their eyes, which will make it much more difficult. So everybody's going to go ahead and balance on their right foot. Let's lift your left knee up and just try to balance. Should be fairly easy at first. Make sure that knee is higher than your hip. And we'll just hold. I've got you on the clock. Having good balance with bare feet will reduce your occurrence or likelihood that you'll have an ankle issue. And now close your eyes. Really close them. It's going to make it more difficult. That's okay. That's what we want. Keep them closed. Keep them closed. Looking good. Yep. If you have to hop around and bounce, that's okay. Looking good. And relax. Let's switch feet. And you'll hear me say this 1,000 times today. Anything we do on the right, we have to do on the left. So now let's balance on our left foot, lift our right knee. And hold. Keep eyes open at first. And again, all we're trying to do is create some stability in the foot and ankle joint. Looking good. And let's go ahead and close our eyes. And you'll see that as simple as this exercise may look, it is so much harder doing this in your bare feet as opposed to having the stability and structure of a basketball shoe or ankle brace. Looking good. You guys doing great. And relax. And now we're going to get into a lunge position. So you're going to stay hip width apart. You're going to get into a lunge position, and your back knee is going to be about 3 inches off the ground, and you can just cross your arms here, and we're going to try and keep your torso upright. Now, you're going to feel in that back foot, you're going to feel a real good stretch in the arch of your foot, and you're going to start feeling some burning in your hips and thighs. But the goal is to be able to balance and stabilize here. We'll go 30 seconds eyes open, and then we'll go 15 seconds eyes closed. Yep, scoot that front foot forward just a little bit. So if you have real long legs, get them out there, yep, and then just hold. Don't lean on your knees, stand up straight. You can cross your arms and hold. Got you on the clock. This is great for stretching out the arch of the foot, strengthening the muscles by your toes and in the power pad of your foot. Yep, stay up, keep that back knee down. The balance becomes an issue, which is great. We'll address balance a lot in today's workout. Looking good. Again, they're going to hold for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to have them close their eyes for the last 15, which is really, really difficult. Looking good, gang. In 5 seconds, we'll close eyes. Yep, try to keep your torso up. Looking good. That's a great job. And go ahead and close your eyes. Same position. Last 15 seconds. Yep. That's it. Keep that knee down, big fella. Looks perfect, perfect. Just hold. Yep. This is not easy. And relax, stand up, just take a deep breath. Give you about a 10-second break, and then we'll switch legs. So now we'll put the other foot forward. Anything we do on one side, we have to do on the other. All right, let's go ahead and get down. Let's put your other foot forward. Nice long lunge, back knee down towards the ground. Yep, torso upright. Getting a good stretch in the arch of that back foot. Using ankle and hip stability to balance, looking good. And we'll cover a little bit later in the workout why it's so important to be in a lunge position. Lunge is one of the most functional movements that you'll use on the basketball court. Looking good. That's it. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. It's great, gang. Both of you are perfect. That's great. Great. And let's close our eyes. And relax. Now, the lunge is certainly one of the most functional exercises that you'll use as a basketball player on the court, but so is the squatting motion. Most of the times when players hear the word squat, they picture putting a barbell on their back with a lot of weight. The squatting motion or movement is what we're most interested in. So right now in your bare feet, I just want you to take whatever stance is normal and comfortable for you. For me, it's about hip width apart, my feet slightly out, and we're going to cross our arms, and we're going to sit down into a deep squat. And the key is, and I'll give you a profile view, is keeping your chest upright, sitting your hips back, and keeping your heels on the ground. I don't want to see anyone's heels come up. The goal is to be able to get low enough that your thighs are parallel to the ground. So the goal, and we're just going to do 10, but we want to make sure that we keep our feet flat on the ground. So go ahead and try and do 10 squats with the coaching points I just gave you, and I'll walk around and help you out. Just count on your own. You work at your own pace. As you get loose, we'll get down a little lower. So not only are we strengthening the feet and ankles, but we're also getting a good range of motion through the hips. Anytime you jump off of 2 feet in a game of basketball, you are basically doing a squat. Now, you would not need to go down this low when you're going to jump, but this is for improving range of motion in your hips. Just going for 10. Looking great. It's great form. All of you look good. Yep, and just hold once you're finished. Now see, with basketball, it's very rare that you get to jump from a natural, perfect, 2-footed position from a level of comfort. You jump from a variety of different foot positions, so we want to make sure we loosen up the hips and feet in a similar manner. So if this is your regular position, everyone double that. So go twice as wide as your regular position, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to get 10 squats. Now you'll feel a little more in your groin and hips, but let's go ahead and get 10 squats now just from a wider position. It'll also change how, yep, it's changing the angle of range of motion on your ankles, hips. You'll feel a little more in your groin. Looks great. You guys look great. Excellent. Perfect form. All of you look fantastic. Once you do 10, we'll just stand up. And then we'll take it to the other extreme, where we'll actually put our feet as close as you can together, ankles touching, same thing, just changing your center of gravity, changing the motion that your ankles and hips go through. So let's get 10, trying to keep our ankles as close together as possible. Go ahead. That's it. Keep pushing through your heels, chest up. Looks great, gang. Once you get 10, hold up. I can't stress enough how important your feet are to being more explosive on the court. You want to have strong feet and mobile ankles, and that's what doing the barefoot stuff will help with. Becoming more explosive is not something that happens overnight. It's a process. It's something you have to work towards each and every workout. Part of doing that is learning how to prepare. With preparation comes a proper warm-up. We're going to go through a warm-up now that will actually involve a basketball, because I know as a basketball player you love to have a ball in your hands, and it's great to get used to the feel of the ball while doing a variety of different exercises and drills. For this drill series, when you're doing this at home, you would actually go from baseline to mid-court and back. Today, for the purpose of the DVD, we're going to cut it a little bit short, and we'll go up to about the three-point line and come back. And we're going to do a variety of different skips. Now, with our skipping motions and some of our galloping motions, we're just working on developing some rhythm, developing some footwork, and making sure we're loosening up the ankles, knees, hips, and groin area. So each player is going to hold the basketball, and we're going to skip forward. When you skip, you're going to touch the ball from your belly button to the back of your neck. So all you're going to do is skip and chop. When we get the three-point line extended, we'll do the same thing going backwards. Anything we do forward, we go backward. So by holding the ball and doing an upper body movement, we're also making sure that we're loosening up the muscles of the core and the shoulders. So right now, everybody's going to take your ball. You're going to go from belly button to the back of your neck. Let's skip nice and easy to the three-point line, and then skip backwards. Ready? Go. Yep, just get some rhythm in those feet. Looking good. And then skip backwards. Perfect. We'll do the same concept, except this time we'll hold the ball arms extended as straight as we can, and we'll sway from side to side. So we'll sway and still skip, and we'll do the same thing coming backwards. Keep the ball up nice and high, especially big fellas. Ready? Go. Yep. And the last one we'll do, we'll chin the ball, elbows out, and we'll twist 180 degrees. Really get a good twisting motion. So we'll skip here, and then same thing coming back on the way back. Skipping with a twist. Ready? Go. Yep. Good. Now, in order for your warm-up to be effective, it's extremely important that you go through basketball-specific movements and motions. So we want to make sure, since the game involves a lot of defensive sliding and lateral movement, that we adequately stretch out and loosen up and warm up the muscles of the groin. So we're going to do the same three things we just did, except we'll face this way, and now all we're going to do is side gallop. So we're going to side gallop and chop. When we get to the three-point line, we'll side gallop and chop back. So it's not really a defensive slide, just kind of a gallop to loosen up your groin. Ready? Go. Yep. Excellent. And then we'll keep with the same upper body pattern that we just had. So now ball will be extended high, we'll side gallop, and we'll sway side to side. Ready? Go. Excellent. And then our last one, we'll chin the ball and twist, really making sure that we're not just turning the ball, but we're turning our shoulders 180 degrees. So we're going here with a side gallop. Last one. Ready? Go. Excellent. And go ahead and get where you were when we did our barefoot exercises. Now, certainly a good portion of being explosive is your ability to jump. And we're going to do a jumping exercise now, which is integrated into our warm-up. But just as important as your jump is your ability to land. Now, landing safely and efficiently does a couple things. One, if you can land on balance, you're that much quicker to make another move. So when you make a jump on the court and you land efficiently, you're ready to either sprint or defensive slide in another direction. The other thing that it does, it protects your body. It protects your ankles, your knees, and your hips if you learn to land safely and quietly. We're going to do a series now called jump turns, where players will actually hold the ball and they're going to face forward in a nice athletic stance. When I say jump, they're going to jump and extend the ball overhead. They're going to turn 90 degrees to their right, and they're going to land with our quiet and soft landing, which means we want to land chest over knees over feet. It's okay for your feet to be flat. You don't want to be up on your tiptoes. That actually puts a lot more stress onto your knees, and will land nice and quietly. Your body will kind of decompress down almost as if it's an accordion. So it'll look just like this. I'll say jump, they'll explode up, turn, nice soft landing, ready to make another move. We'll end up doing 4 of those, so on our 4th one, we'll be back facing forward. So go ahead and get in your good athletic stance. When I say jump, we'll turn 90 degrees to the right, and I know you're still getting loose, but try and get up a little bit, work on your jump, but work on your land. Jump. Perfect. Make sure you're on balance. Next time we'll be facing this direction. Jump. Excellent. Jump. Jump. Beautiful. Anything we do to our right, we have to make sure we can do to our left. So let's do the same thing. We'll do quarter jumps, but we'll turn to our left 90 degrees. Turn to our left. Jump. Excellent. Jump. 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 Perfect. And you can rest for a second. The next one of our progressions will be a 180-degree turn. So we're going to go from a jumping position here, we'll turn 180 degrees in the air, and we'll land in this position. So we'll go over right shoulder first, so we'll go jump and land. And then we'll go jump. We'll still do 4 of these, but this time we'll end up making 2 full revolutions. So we'll get 4 on my count, 180 degrees, exact same thing you just did. Jump. Excellent. Jump. Yep, keep that ball high when you can. Jump. Jump. Fantastic. Take a deep breath, and let's do the same thing going to the left. Same thing going to the left. You guys are doing great. Keep it up. I appreciate your effort this morning. All right, going to the left. Jump. Half turn. That's okay. No worries. Jump. Yep, all the way. There you go. Jump. And last one. Jump. Nice job, gang, and relax for a second. The last one in our progression will actually make a full 360. We're going to go all the way around town. Now, this is not easy, and if you haven't done this before, certainly there's a learning curve involved anytime you do a new skill. So we're going to go from here. We'll jump and land in our athletic position. Now, the reason we're not doing this because I'm expecting them to do this movement on the court. We're doing this because it's extremely important as a basketball player that you learn how to control your body in space, and you learn to land from a variety of different angles and positions. As we mentioned earlier, in the game of basketball, when you're moving and jumping, you're jumping from so many different positions and landing from so many positions. It's important that we teach you neurologically, but also to condition your ankles, knees, and hips to land from a variety of different angles. So this is going to be difficult. Now, all that I ask, you do the best that you can. When you make your revolution, if you don't make it all the way around, let's just say you land here and you land off balance, square back up as quickly as you can, get back in the ready position. So we're going to go over your right shoulder. We're going to go for a full 360. Just do the best that you can with it. Jump. Not bad at all, guys. That looks good. Let's get another. Jump. We'll get 2 more. You look great, gang. Jump. Excellent. Jump. Yep, and hold for a second. That's fine. Nice work, nice work. Now, one of the key coaching points to our 360-degree jump turn is making sure that both feet hit the ground at the exact same time. See, if you land with a 1-2, the first ankle and foot that hits the ground is much more susceptible to injury. So we don't want to come around and land there. We want to make sure we come around and land both feet at the same time. Just again, to protect our ankles, protect our knees. All right, now let's do the same thing, but we'll go around the left shoulder. You guys are doing great. Keep it up. Jump. Nice job. Excellent work. Jump. 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 And perfect. And hold for a second. You guys look great. Now, it's certainly important to be able to jump high, and it's important to be able to jump from a variety of different angles and land from different angles. But in the game of basketball, it's also important to be able to have a repetitive jump, to be able to jump again as quick as possible. We're going to go through the same series we just went through, but we're going to add a second jump. The first jump is still going for height. The second jump, the goal is to spend as little time on the ground as possible, so as little contact. So as soon as you hit the ground, you jump again. So for our quarter turn rights, it'll look just like this. We'll jump, and we'll jump again, and then we'll land. Now, if you notice, I kept the ball high. The ball never went below my chest, which again, if we're keeping it here, that's going to really put more of a stress on our lower body developing that power, and it's a great habit for the game of basketball. For some of our bigger players, the worst thing they can do is get a rebound and bring it down here where guards have a chance to grab at it. So even though we're doing our strength and conditioning, we want to make sure we reinforce great basketball habits. So we're going to start in our ready position. I'll say jump. I'll just say it once. We'll make a 90-degree turn. As soon as you hit, you spring back up, and then you land nice and soft. So we'll get 2 jumps in one shot. First one for height, second one for quickness, but I still want you trying to jump high on the second jump. Jump. Right back up. Yep. Even quicker. Feel like the ground is hot. The ground is hot. As soon as you hit the ground, you want to pop right back up. All right, next one will come towards me. Jump. Right back up. Right back up. Yes, good. Yep, and then get down in your position. Yep, on your second landing, make sure you get down in your nice low ready position. Jump. Excellent. That was great. That was the best one. Jump. Excellent. And relax for a second. We'll do the same thing going to the left. First jump is maximal. Second jump is as quick as you can. You want to get in the habit of being able to get off the floor quickly, which means there's going to be very little leg flexion on that second jump. So you'll get some good bend on that first jump and explode up. On the second one, you're probably not going any lower than just a quarter squat before you rebound and go right back up. All right, going to the left, gang. Jump. 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 Excellent. And hold. Also, I want to make note, as we said at the beginning, we've got a nice wide variety of ages and levels of players here, and these drills are appropriate for any player 11, 12 years old and older. As you get older and stronger, you can always add a weighted ball. You can use a heavy ball or a medicine ball to make some of these drills a little more challenging, but again, they're appropriate for just about any age level. Now we'll go to our 180 degrees, so we'll do the same thing we did before. We jump 180 degrees. As soon as we touch, we're right back up. Keep it up, keep it up. I appreciate your effort. Jump, right back up, yep, nice. Jump, excellent, real quick. Jump, jump, excellent. Let you catch your breath, then we'll go to the left. Doing a nice job, gang, keep it up. All right, let's go to the left, let's knock it out. Jump, yep, right up, quick. Jump, jump, jump. Perfect. And I'll give you a second. Now, if you're paying attention, you know what's next. We're going all the way around town, so we're going for a full 360. As soon as we land, jump again. Now, this one's very disorienting because your body's going all the way around, and to be able to land firmly and come back up quickly is not easy to do, but that's why we're doing it. So we're going to go full 360 over your right shoulder. As soon as you hit, jump right back up. As with anything, just do the best that you can. If for any reason this first one's not perfect, you'll have a couple more tries after that to get it. All right, here we go. Jump. Yep, nice. Great work, gang, great. All right, number 2. Jump. Right back up, yep, that's okay. Jump. Yep. Make sure both feet land at the same time. Last one. Jump. Yep. And relax for a second before we go to the left. You guys are doing fine. You're doing fine. And it's important to remember that if everything you do is easy, then you're not going to get any better. It's important that you challenge yourself with things that are difficult. And that's the whole goal of this workout, is to make you leave your comfort zone and try some different movements and exercises and drills that you can't currently do. That way you can gauge your progress. One thing that's extremely important is when we're doing anything that requires multiple moves, if you make the first move and it doesn't quite go as well as you'd hope, you don't have any time to pout about it or worry about it. You still have to finish the drill as quickly as possible. So if your first jump is a little bit off, still do that second jump as quick as you can. You will get better with these over time. These are things that take a lot of practice, but are well worth the time invested. So let's go ahead and try to our left now. So we'll go 360 with a second jump. Jump. Nice. Already looking better, gang. Jump. Yep. Keep that ball high. Jump. Yep, let's get one more. Jump! Perfect. Now the next thing we'll do, it's going to be a series of pivots and rip-throughs. Now the goal is I want to go through a 180-degree pivot, which you may not really do in a game all that often, but again, we're trying to strengthen the feet and ankle and improve the mobility in the ankle. So from your position here, we're going to front pivot 180 degrees. So we're going to go all the way around town. And the first 5, I want you to rip the ball high. So if you're in your triple threat here, you're going to pivot, and I want you to rip the ball across your face. You don't want to put it out where the defender's going to take it. You're going to rip it across your face from hip to hip, but it's going up and over. So it's going to look just like this. Front rip, and then we're going to do a reverse pivot. Reverse rip. That would equal 1. Front. There's 2. We're going to get 5 of those. So your left foot is your pivot foot. You're ripping the ball high. Everyone is turning in that direction. And then you'll turn back with a reverse pivot. Make sure you visualize you've got a defender on you. Ready? Pivot. Yep. Pivot. 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 Last one. Pivot. Pivot. Perfect. And relax. Again, since we're doing this with a variety of different levels of player, if it becomes too easy and you don't feel that it's very taxing on your shoulders and core, you can always add a weighted ball, a medicine ball. We're going to do the same pivot series, but this time, which will put more stress on your core, we're going to rip the ball low. It needs to be ripped below the knees. So from here, rip and pivot, rip and pivot. We want to have a good strong pivot, stay in a low athletic stance. Want to see the ball go below your knees. So we'll get 5 of those. Pivot. Nice. Pivot. Keep it low, protect it. Pivot. Nice. Pivot. Pivot. Great. Pivot. 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 Let's get one more. Pivot. Pivot. Excellent. And hold. I've been extremely fortunate in my career to be able to be around and work with some really, really good basketball players, some of the best names in the NBA. And one of the things that separates them from everybody else is their ability to visualize. When they do a drill, something as easy as a pivot drill, they don't just think, I'm doing a pivot drill. They picture that they're doing it in a game situation. It's game 7 of the NBA Finals and they've got, so-and-so guarding them. That's the type of mental imagery that they put into every drill that they do, which means they get so much more out of every drill that they do. We're going to do the same thing, gang, except this time we're going to go right foot as our pivot foot. So we're going to go 5 high rips, and then we'll get our 5 low rips. So we'll go right foot as your pivot foot, 5 high rips, visualize, visualize. Pivot, 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 pivot. It's okay. Get right back in position, you're fine. Pivot, pivot. And now let's go low rips. Let's go right to it. All right, here we go. Low rips, protect that ball, get below the knee. Pivot. Nice. Pivot. 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 Excellent. And relax. And you guys can go back to the baseline. Let's go back to where we were when we did our skips. We're going to do a drill now called walk the ball, which is going to really build some good strength in the groin and hip and core area, but also promote being in correct foot position when we're going to do a defensive slide. All we're going to do, we're going to all face in this direction. You're going to put the ball down in between your feet. Now the key to this is making sure that your feet stay parallel. I don't want, the tendency is to open them up like a W. We want to keep them parallel, keep your chest up and butt down, and all we're going to do is walk the ball. We're just taking a nice easy lateral step, and you're going to really feel this in your groin and backside. We're just going to walk the ball nice and easy till we get to the 3-point line extended, and then we'll walk it back. The 2 things we want to watch out for: 1, like I said, don't want the feet opening up like a W, and I don't want you bent over here where someone could set their drink on your back. Want to make sure we're sitting the backside down in a good squat position. So let's go ahead and put the ball down. It's not a race. This should be done slow and under control. Ready, go. Just nice and easy. Self-correct. Make sure you look at your feet. Don't let them open up. Make sure that I can't set my drink on your back. Looking good. Keep going. Excellent. Stay down. Perfect, and you may set the ball on the baseline and go ahead and get in the positions we were just in for our jumps. Just a reminder that when you do the walk the ball drill, you'll go from baseline to mid-court and back. We cut it short at the 3-point line extended just for the purposes of what we're doing filming-wise. Now that we've gone through a thorough warm-up, we've done things to make sure we strengthen our feet, make our ankles more mobile. Now we just got a good sweat going by going through a variety of different movements. We went through some jumps and some turns and some landings. We went through some pivots. Everybody's got a little bit of a sweat going. Now we want to go through some dynamic flexibility. This is the best way to improve your range of motion before you're going to work out. If you're going to do any static stretching, I recommend that you do that at the very end of the workout. But when we want to prepare to compete, prepare to play hard, we want to go through some dynamic movements. The first one we're going to do, we're going to be in a lunge. We're going to step into a lunge position. So I'm going to step left foot forward in a lunge position. I'm going to put both hands on the ground. I'm going to straighten my back leg, and I'm going to raise my left palm to the sky and then back down. I'm going to turn and look as I do it. Everything in my lower body stays stationary. I'm going to get 5 like that, and then I'm going to get 5 with the other hand. 5 with the other hand, and then we'll switch feet. So why don't everybody step forward with their left foot, get in a nice, good, long lunge position. Get your feet as spread as you can. There you go. Go ahead and put both palms on the ground inside of your knee. Your back knee should be about 3 inches above the ground, so scoot that foot forward a little bit. It's definitely harder for guys with long legs. Now straighten your back leg. Straighten it as much as you can. You should feel a real good stretch now in your hip flexor. And just on your own, count out 5 raises. Take your left palm and raise it to the sky as you look at it. Go ahead, just do them on your own. Just your left hand. Just do left hand all in a row. All in a row for 5 reps, left hand. Yep. So we're getting some good movement in the core. There you go. Once you get 5, keep the same leg position. Now raise your other hand. This one's usually a little bit harder to rotate. You guys do a nice job. That looks great. When you're done, you may stand up. So with our lunge and reach, we're making sure that we're getting a great stretch in the hip flexor, we're getting a great stretch in your backside, but most importantly, we're loosening up the muscles of the core and the T-spine. So we're going to now do the same thing with the other foot forward. So let's go ahead and put right foot forward. And as with anything we do, gang, it's important that you take what's called personal inventory and you start realizing if one side feels stronger than the other, if one side you have better balance, if one side when you reach it's more comfortable than the other side. These are all things that you want to learn about your body as you become a better player. Okay, so let's go ahead and put both hands on the ground. Keep that back leg as straight as you can. And now let's raise your right arm up for 5 reps. Yep, excellent. That looks great. Once you get 5 on your right arm, keep your legs the same. Let's get the left arm. You may stand up when you're finished. The best part about these type of stretches is you get more bang for your buck. We're stretching out several different joints and major muscle groups all at one time. So the old thought process that you need to jog around the gym 3 times and then kind of sit on your butt at the mid-circle and kind of pretend to stretch to prepare for a workout or practice, that's yesterday's newspaper. This stuff we're doing, you don't have to do a lot of it. You pick a few basic stretches and you go through a full range of motion and you'll be more than ready to compete hard during the workout. The next one we'll do is primarily for our Achilles, calves, and hamstrings. I'll give you a profile view. You're going to take a staggered stance, so your heel is going to be lined up with your toe, and you're going to crouch down and put your hands in front of your, or inside of your knee, almost as if it was like a track start. And all you're going to do is try and raise both hips up as high as you can and straighten. You'll probably be able to straighten your back leg. If you're real flexible, you may be able to straighten the front leg as well. So it's going to look just like this. All we're doing is you're pushing that back heel into the ground, and we're going to get 5 just like that. So go ahead and do those, and then I'll show you a variation. So you can stay hip width apart. Yep, that's perfect. Yep, everybody can face forward. I was just going from the side so they could see that angle. So put all 10 fingers on the ground inside of your knee. Yep, and then go ahead and try and raise. Try and straighten both legs as much as you can. If you can't straighten them, that's okay. Just do the best that you can. Hopefully you can straighten the back leg and you'll feel a real good stretch in your Achilles and calf. Yep. Once you get 5, just stay crouched down, and then I'll show you the progression. Now from that position, we're going to slide our hands around so they're outside of the front foot and my shoulders are kind of turned. We're going to do the same thing one more time, except now I feel a much more intense stretch in my low back and upper back. So we're going to get 5 more reps, but your hands will be outside of your front foot. Yep, go ahead and count out 5. And again, everybody's individual, everybody's built different. If you have real long legs, this is difficult to do. It's not easy to get both legs straight. Just do the best you can. Once you get 5, you can stand up and just switch your stagger. So if you had your right foot forward, now put your left foot forward. Let's go all 10 fingers inside of the front foot. Let's get 5. Looking good. Looking real good, gang. And once you get those 5, you can put them on the outside of your front foot and get your last 5. Then you may stand up when you're finished. And we're going to make our way over to the wall so everyone can kind of come over to this back wall and spread out so you're about an arm's distance away from somebody. We're going to lean, you're going to put your right foot back, left foot forward, and the first one is just a basic calf stretch that you've probably done before where you keep your right heel flat on the ground, but the key now is I want you to kind of drive your hips towards the wall, but keep that heel flat so you get a good stretch in your calf and your Achilles. I know there's nothing major about this, but we're going to do 2 different variations. Now, keeping that back foot completely stationary, like it's stuck in cement, take your front foot and move it laterally as wide as you can, but keep that back foot on the ground. Now you might get a little bit of a groin stretch, a hip flexor stretch, but you can see, and the camera can see, your back ankle is really going through a nice range of motion. So we're getting a groin stretch as well as calf. And now we're going to step through and do the same thing on the other side. So your foot doesn't move in the back. You're going to come all the way across your body and same thing. Now you're stretching what's called your IT band, which is outside of your hip. Working your butt, still working that calf, and just hold. And then let's switch and do the exact same 3-way calf stretch on the back. So now we put the other foot down. Make sure that heel stays flat. That's how we'll get the calf and Achilles. We're just holding everything for about 5 seconds. Let's go ahead nice and wide. Yep, looking good, gang. Really stretch that groin, that back calf. Now let's step it all the way through. Don't let that back foot move. And relax, and you guys can just head to the baseline. As I mentioned at the beginning of the workout, your strength and conditioning lays the foundation for what you can do as a player. Well, your warm-up and your dynamic flexibility lays the foundation for that workout or for that practice. So you want to make sure that you really put a lot of time and effort into making sure that your warm-up is as productive as possible. If you want to improve your first step, then you're basically wanting to improve your explosiveness. And to do that, we're going to do 2 things. One, we're going to strengthen the muscles of the legs and hips and core. But before we do that, we're going to go through some jumping exercises, some plyometric exercises to build that power and explosiveness. The first one we'll do is called a speed skater, which we're going to balance on one leg, and we're going to bound laterally as far as we can and land on the other leg, and then repeat back and forth. Now we're going to go for 2 things here. One, we're trying to go for distance. We want to cover as much ground laterally as we possibly can, but we also want to go for quickness. If we can, we want to eliminate taking a little hop. So if we can, we don't want to take a little hop in order to go back. We want to land with a good solid base and load to explode back in the other direction. So we'll go from here, back, back. We're going to do 10 consecutive jumps. Each jump is 1, so we'll be doing 5 in each direction. So if you need to spread out a little bit, or better yet, let's do this. Take 1 big step backwards, just you. 1 big step backwards. Yep. 1 step forward. 1 step forward. Now everybody should be staggered. Everyone start on their right foot, and you're going to bound towards your left. That will be rep 1, 2, 3. So I'll let you do 10 on your own count. As you get, into the exercise and drill, make sure you cover more ground. All right, ready? And go. Yep, explode, there you go, right back. Reach, challenge yourself, reach, challenge, reach, explode, nice. Once you get 10, you can hold up. Yep, that's it. It's just 10 total, yep, and just hold. We'll give you about a 15 to 20 second break and then we'll repeat. We want to make sure that you stay in an athletic position, so we don't want to do anything trying to stand straight up. We want to make sure that we're down, and as I said before, you want to be able to load to explode in the other direction. So let's go ahead and get 1 more set. Still starting on your right, going to your left. Make this set better than your first. Let's improve with everything that we do. Go. Yep, there you go. Good, reach, reach. Excellent. And relax for a second. A lot of the game of basketball is played unilaterally, is played on one leg at a time, but we also want to make sure we're doing plyometrics where we're jumping off of both feet, similar to our jump turns that we did during our warm-up. So these are called pogo jumps, and all you're going to do is you're going to be in an athletic stance. You're going to jump forward and backward. Still, you're going to face forward the entire time. So you forward and backward, forward and backward. Now, it's much harder to jump backwards than it is forward, so still try to cover as much ground as you possibly can. Same thing, we'll get 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 10. So do the best that you can with it. Try to stay on balance and go for distance and go for power. Ready, go. Yep, and then right back. Yep, yep, right back. There you go. Excellent. Yep, there you go. Yep, and then just hold, yep, just getting 10. Now the hardest part of this, what we really want to do when we're developing power, is we want to spend as little time on the ground as possible. Now, when you jump backwards, don't jump and then kind of gather yourself before you jump forward. We want to make sure that everything's done as quick as we can. So we jump back, forward, back, forward. Get your arms involved, use your upper body. Let's go ahead and do one more set of 10. You guys are doing great. Go. Right back to it, yep. Right back to it. Yep, and hold. Nice work. Good job. And now we'll do the same thing, but we'll go lateral. So it's kind of the same concept as our speed skaters, except now we'll go 2 feet. So we'll go from here, we'll jump side, back and forth. Side to side, back and forth. Exact same thing you did with speed skaters, except we'll use 2 feet. Yes, sir. Let's go, yeah, let's everyone jump towards your left first. Everyone jump towards your left, so we'll go this way. Ready? Go. There you go, good. Nice. Excellent. And yep, perfect. And hold, relax. We'll get one more set. Players are often really surprised at how little plyometrics you actually need to do to get maximum result. You don't need to do hundreds and hundreds of jumps every workout. In fact, that'll actually decrease your ability to get results because you'll be wearing your body out. You want to stick to a couple very basic exercises, but do them very well, do them with all the intensity in the world, and that's how you'll make progress. As a basketball player or as an athlete in general, your core is the center of everything that you do. Although in basketball, every single movement starts with your feet, you can't do any type of movement without your core. So having a strong core is important for improving your first step, is important for improving your vertical jump. So we're going to do some things now to strengthen the core. Most players, if I ask them to do some core exercises, will lay on their back and do a series of sit-ups, bicycles, 6 inches, or anything else that they've done before, kind of focusing on the abs, but they're focusing on them in a laying down position, which is not specific to the game of basketball. We want to treat the core in a much more functional manner, in a way that it would actually be used on the court. So we're going to do things standing up. Right now, players are just going to hold a basketball. If you find that this exercise is too easy by using a basketball, you can always hold a weighted ball or a medicine ball. The first thing we're going to do, let me grab mine, is a series of twists and rotations, which is a lot of what the game of basketball is all about. So you're going to get in a good athletic stance, and you're going to hold chest up, feet, legs bent, a little bit wider than hip width, and you're going to take the ball and you're going to face the right side. Chest and face are facing the ball. You're going to swing it as hard as you can and decelerate and stop on the midline. So it's going to look just like this. You're here, swing, and hold. You got to swing it as hard as you can and hold, hard as you can and hold. Now what I don't want is to see a lot of extra momentum going past that midline. So swing as hard as you can and hold. Everyone's going from the right to the center. Get 10 of those on your own count, hard as you can. Ready? On you. Go ahead. Yep. Nice. Excellent, gang. Yep, stop it on a dime, like a freeze frame. Once you get 10, then go to your left side, swing it back to the middle. So now we'll do the mirror image. Looking great. Keep it up. Excellent. Again, for players that are older, a little more advanced, and a little stronger, the basketball may not be enough resistance. If you don't have access to a medicine ball, you could always use a 2 or 5 pound dumbbell or a 2.5 or 5 pound plate, anything that's going to give you a little bit of extra resistance, but you really don't need a lot. I don't recommend holding anything too heavy. It's going to put way too much stress on your spine and back and so forth. Now, we're going to do the same thing, except this time you're going to hold the ball outside of your knee, still athletic position, and you're going to swing it over your shoulder as if you're throwing a bucket of water over your shoulder. So we're going to be right here. We're going to swing and hold. Swing and hold. Arms stay straight, but give me that good freeze frame. So let's go from outside of right knee over left shoulder, hard as you can. Do 10 on your own. Yep, there you go, good. Concentrate on using your core. I know your arms are holding the ball, but think about your core initiating the movement. Looking good. Excellent. Once you get 10 in that direction, let's zigzag it the other way. Let's go outside of your left. Looking good. Yep. Yep, make sure you freeze it. So come right to my hand and freeze it. Don't even let, there you go, that's better. Yep, good. Great work, gang. I appreciate you guys. The next one we'll do is going to be a series of reaches. Same principles apply. If you find that using a basketball is not enough resistance, you can always increase it using a heavy ball or medicine ball. But now we're going to incorporate doing things on one leg, which is going to give us some balance, but is also not only going to strengthen our core, but is going to strengthen our backside, our hip, and our hamstring. You're going to balance on your right foot, and I'm going to do a profile view so they can see. Balance on your right foot, you're going to hold the ball, and you're going to reach it out in front of you as far as you possibly can, and then bring it back to center. This foot won't touch the ground, so you're going to reach it out in front, and notice that this foot stays flat. I'm not letting my heel come up, foot stays flat, so we're going to reach and pull back in. Let's get 5 of those. Everyone's on their right foot, forward reach, and challenge yourself. Every rep, try to go another inch. We'll face this way. Everyone will face this way. Yep. On your right foot, ready? Let's go on your own. Just get 5. That's it. You want to lower yourself almost like a superhero. There you go. Yep, so stand all the way up in between each rep. So we're getting some balance work on that ankle, strengthening that hip, that backside, also working the core. Excellent, looks great. Now from that same position, we're still on our right foot, but we're going to make it multi-angular. So instead of going forward, we're going to go 90 degrees to our right. So we're not pivoting, you're not turning your foot and doing a front reach again. We're going to pivot. So now we're taking that ankle and that knee and that hip through a different range of motion. So we're going to get 5 reaches, 90 degrees to your right, on your right. Go ahead on your own. Yep, really turn. Don't make it diagonal. Turn 90 degrees. Your foot doesn't move, but your shoulders can turn. Yep, really reach. Yep. And as crazy as it sounds, these will be positions that you go through in a game. Now from this, we're still on our right foot, but we're going to reach to our left, 90 degrees to our left. So you can rotate your hips, you can rotate your shoulders. So I don't want you reaching diagonal. I want you to make a really good concerted effort to get all the way back to the 90-degree mark. So you're still on your right foot, but we're reaching left. Ready? Let's go. Nice. And the last one we'll do, and I know this is difficult for players with smaller hands, but you need to try and balance it. I don't have very big hands either. We're still going to balance on your right foot. You're going to hold the ball in your right hand, and you're going to reach back behind you as far as you can. And this makes the balancing even tougher. Reach back behind you, open up your shoulders, open up your core. And again, if you go, so the ball's in your right hand if you're on your right foot. If you can't palm it, you're basically just turning your hand underneath it. So we're going here, reach, and back to center. Here, reach, and back to center. All right, to get 5 of those on your own, just do the best you can with it. Yep, good, that's it. Try to bounce on that foot the whole time. Yep, nice, that looks great, gang, that's good. That looks great, nice job. Nice job. And now, of course, we have to do everything on the left. So now you're going to balance on your left foot. Let's get 5 front reaches all on your left foot. All right, here we go. Now you guys know the routine. As with anything we do, every rep, try and get yourself a little bit better. Really reach, challenge yourself. Looks great. Keeping that foot flat. So we're working on balance. We're strengthening up your foot, your ankle, your hip. Now let's go. You're on your left, so let's go 5 reps to the left. Same thing, on your left, to the left. Ready? Let's rock. Yep. Challenge yourself. Nice. Don't be in any hurry on this. And then let's go, still on your left foot, let's go 5 reps to the right from the left foot. Yep, that's it. Nice job. And now let's get our reach behind. So we're going to take ball in left hand and bounce it on and reach back. So we're on our, yep, there you go. There you go, perfect. So now we're getting some good, yeah, we're opening up that shoulder, really working the core in a very basketball specific motion. To improving explosiveness and improving first step, we need to make sure that we're doing some strength movements. Most of the time when people think of strength, they picture doing things in the weight room, doing a barbell squat, doing a leg press. That is certainly an aspect of strength training, but it's not the only way to do it. As we mentioned earlier in the workout, a lunge is probably the most functional move you'll use as a basketball player. If you can picture a defender in front of me right now, and I'm going to make a move, and I rip, and I get my shoulders and chest and hips below the defenders, and I'm in this position, you can see right now I'm in a lunge. But the key is I'm not doing a perfect forward lunge per se. I'm doing kind of a multi-angular lunge. So when we do our lunge drills and lunge exercises, we're going to do them from all different angles and all different planes of motion. We're going to just hold a basketball and keep with our consistent theme, but if you at home need additional resistance, you can hold a medicine ball, or in this case, you can actually hold dumbbells. As you get stronger and begin to progress, you can hold heavier and heavier dumbbells. Now, what we'll do, gang, our left foot we'll consider our pivot foot, and we're going to do a forward and a reverse lunge, but we're not going to stop in between. So we're going to hold the ball here, we're going to step out and lunge, and then explode back into a reverse lunge. So it's here, here, this foot really never moves, and I'm not touching in between. Now, it's important from a coaching standpoint. Here's what we're looking for on our checklist. You step out as far as you possibly can, so I don't want to see any tiny steps. You step out as far as you can. You keep your shoulders, your hips, and your knees and ankles, everything square to the direction that you're facing, and then we'll push hard through your heel in order to come back. We're going to do 10 of those. Every step is one lunge. You're going to do 1, 2, 3. So it's 5 of each. So let's use our left foot as our pivot foot, start in an athletic stance. When I say go, you're on your own. You step forward with your right foot and then back with your right foot, and you just count out 10 on your own. Ready? Go. Yep, and then push back. Explode back. There you go. Turn it into a little bit of an explosive exercise, so you're pushing as hard as you can. Yep. Once you get 10, just stand straight up. I'll know you're finished. Now let's do the mirror image of that. So now our right foot is our pivot foot. Now we're stepping forward with the left and back with the left. On your own, whenever you're ready, you go. Step and explode. Yep. Really get that back knee down towards the ground. Back knee should be about 3 inches off the ground. Excellent. Consider our pivot foot, and we're going to do a forward and a reverse lunge, but we're not going to stop in between. So we're going to hold the ball here, we're going to step out and lunge, and then explode back into a reverse lunge. So it's here, here. This foot really never moves, and I'm not touching in between. Now, it's important from a coaching standpoint. Here's what we're looking for on our checklist. You step out as far as you possibly can, so I don't want to see any tiny steps. You step out as far as you can. You keep your shoulders, your hips, and your knees and ankles, everything square to the direction that you're facing, and then we'll push hard through your heel in order to come back. I'll take a profile stance, but the next one we're going to do, continuing with our theme of doing things on one leg, this is great for strengthening the hamstring and backside. We're just going to balance on one leg. You're going to touch the ball to the ground and then reach up high over sky. So touch ball ground, reach high. We're going to get 10 each leg. If using a basketball is not challenging enough, if you were to hold 2 dumbbells, moderate weight dumbbells, would be a whole different